What's going on, everybody? In this video, we are going to be talking about what's going on in the NFT markets, as well as one of the hottest meme coins of the season, and that is Pepe. Now, before we go ahead and get started, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's dive in. All right, so the first thing I wanted to talk about is going to be the meme coin Pepe. Now, I know, this thing has been popping off already, so I am a little late to the party, and when it comes to covering this, I'm sure you're gonna see a lot of other YouTubers and stuff maybe already have covered it, especially the ones that specialize in alternative coins. But I just want to give you my perspective from an NFT perspective, right? As you know, a lot of people who have purchased Pepe when it was pretty low probably made generational wealth if they held it all the way to the top and sold, right? But of course, no one's gonna get the timing perfectly. It's such an incredible rise. It's definitely a meme. Is there any utility to this? Not really. It's just that people believe that maybe it's gonna go up and people are gonna buy, right? So it's similar to how people buy Shiba Inu or Dogecoin, similar kind of vibe there. Now, obviously, we're kind of on the downtrend, so where is it going to go from here? I'm not here to give you financial advice of whether you should buy or not, so you definitely want to do your own research into that. But here's what I can say when it comes to NFTs. Over the last bull run, basically what happened is when Ethereum and Bitcoin pumps, people want to take profits from that, and then they roll it into alternative coins, so like a lot of the layer ones and things, and then it goes to the meme coins and the things that are fun, like kind of like Pepe, and then from there kind of goes to NFTs. And so, there's a cycle. It doesn't always work perfectly like that, but it's usually the larger market caps to the smaller ones, right? So when I look at this, most likely people are going to take profits on Pepe. They're going to roll it into other smaller coins because people are going to chase the next Pepe, and then hopefully, it hasn't really happened quite yet, they take those profits from those meme coins and roll it into NFTs. You always want to be mindful of the kind of more macro cycles, because sometimes when you see these sudden pumps, the money has to come from somewhere, and for a lot of NFT projects, money does come from DeFi, right? So if you think about, let's say, like captains from meme land, a lot of people are buying these NFTs. Why? Because a lot of people in DeFi understand how those kind of games work, where you hold something and then you can get some kind of like APY potentially, or yield, or you basically free money, and that's why they buy, right? So you always want to be mindful of where the DeFi money is going, because there's way more money in DeFi compared to NFTs. However, people love to make money, right? So if people in DeFi think that they can make money in NFTs and they kind of understand it, then that's where the money will flow. If you're interested in like what's going on in Pepe and stuff like that, maybe you want some people to talk to, you definitely want to join the Parallax Genesis, where some of our holders actually bought into that quite early. So if you want to check out the Parallax Discord, you can join for free, join the general channels. If you want to get the inside scoop and the exclusive channel, you gotta have a Parallax Genesis, which you can pick up on OpenSea. Link is in the description. All right, so next thing we're gonna cover is going to be BRC20. So basically, people have found some technically creative ways to launch different coins on top of Bitcoin, and even launch NFTs on Bitcoin, as we've seen with Bitcoin ordinals. So if you go on this website, BRC20.io, it's kind of like coinmarketcap, but all the Bitcoin coins, I suppose. To be honest, none of these are gonna really have utility. Typically, what happens is there are teams out there, whether it's in Dubai or any other country, where the tax laws are very loose when it comes to crypto. These guys are just pumping out coins, literally new coins every single day, with the intention to make money. The reason why people buy it is because they want to gamble on that, and sometimes there's like insider stuff going on, so they buy it, it goes up, they sell. So this whole system going on, right? Whenever these people or guys or girls that decide to want to make new coins every day, they're going to find any opportunity they can. Since they're making it every day, they have no consequence of what happens after, so they believe. And so that's why you see all these coins pop up incredibly fast. So BRC20, there's the market cap right now, it's going to be 700 million, and it's quite a lot, right? And you have to understand, like, people are chasing pumps, right? They literally don't care what the utility is. It's all about the narrative. So if you're a beginner, just understand, like, 99% of this, there's never going to be any utility. There's no ecosystem. These things aren't going to be used in the game or whatever, right? It's all promises that most likely will not be fulfilled. So just understand, it's all about the narrative. So for example, if Pepe is popping up, people are going to look for Bitcoin Pepe or whatever, right? So just understand what you're buying. Understand that it's all speculative. Some projects will have utility down the line, but most likely 99% are going to go to zero anyways, or they're going to go really down 90%, right? So just be mindful of that, especially if you are a beginner. And because of all this transaction volume when it comes to people putting NFTs on Bitcoin, people creating coins, you can see a couple days ago, Binance has temporarily stopped withdrawals for Bitcoin because of how congested the network is. So some people are like, oh, that's bearish on Bitcoin. Well, not necessarily. It just kind of shows that people are using it. Yeah, there are problems, but if everyone continues to believe in it, then it's not too bad. Now let's go ahead and switch back into NFTs real quick. So we're going to talk about Maple Story. So Maple Story obviously is one of the largest gaming companies in the world, right? Their valuations in the billions. aliens. I mean, it's a hint right here, but it's pretty obvious they're going to be collaborating with Moonbirds. So it's like, seems like owls could be heard in the moonlight. So yeah, so you see the Moonbirds over here flying around. Yeah, so it's just a teaser, right? And we also see that in this part of Maple Story, and if you definitely play Maple Story, you know where this is. It's like you gotta go down the tower and then you reach the ground, right? Yeah, they're gonna have penguins, so obviously Pudgy Penguins probably gonna collaborate with them. So it kind of makes sense that Pudgy Penguins, I believe, is going to build on top of Polygon. So it's just a natural collaboration. You know, Moonbirds and Pudgy Penguins more of an IP, right? So they're gonna try to get their intellectual property, so their characters and whatever, into as many things as possible, especially in the beginning where, you know, you don't even know what this collaboration is gonna look like. But like we've seen a lot of projects in the past collaborate with like worldwide webland, like CyberKongs and Kaiju Kings and stuff like that. So they basically took like the PFP, they put it into the world, and it's like, it's cool for the moment. It definitely generates hype, but then it's like, it was special at the time, but then when you look back, it's really nothing. So I just wonder, like, you know, what this collaboration is going to be. If it's going to be something similar, then it doesn't really make that much of an impact. But narrative is the name of the game, so it makes an impact in that I'm talking about it, and other people will probably talk about it as well. And also, you want to think of this as a form of marketing, where Maple Story is not like super native Web3. They're actually Web 2 moving into Web 3. So by them collaborating with a project like Pudgy Penguins or Moonbirds, it's basically like marketing, right? So the way I look at PFP projects, like at the current meta, it's almost like they have an audience, right? So whatever blue chip or mid-tier project, they have an audience, and if you collaborate with that brand, then you get eyeballs and maybe people want to play your game or whatever the case is. So I predict that PFPs will almost be a form of a marketing agency for these larger companies who are trying to break into certain niches, but don't know how to, or don't have the savviness and don't have the team to do that. And they just hire a PFP project to do it for them, right? That's going to be most likely what's going to happen. You know, there has been a AMA with Y00ts. There has been some major takeaways, and the main thing really is that for Y00ts, when you stake it, you're going to get these points, right? And then these points, the value of them is 1 point equals 1 point, but you're supposed to be able to use them for something. My guess is that you're going to be able to use the points to buy or get access to certain NFTs. So if Polygon has a brand like Starbucks or Maple Story, maybe Y00ts will collaborate with them, act as an agency, create an NFT project, a small collection, and then you're going to be able to buy it or claim it for free. That's probably what they're going to do, because the whole game is like you want to create more assets. Technically, you know, anyone on Polygon has an opportunity, or maybe it's easier to get their foot in the door to collaborate with Adidas or Prada or wherever the case is, right? And these collaborations are more attainable than you may think, okay? There's this one project that I recently did some research on, which is Monkey Kingdom, which is a project on Solana, and then they have a second project on Ethereum, but they were able to collaborate with Adidas China, right? And they did this whole collection. So it's more obtainable than you think to do collaborations, you know? But anyways, back to Y00ts. Seems like one of the major things they're going to do is redoing the art. Honestly, if you think about it, a team that's really good at making PFPs, they want to make more PFPs, right? Because that's where their skill set is at, and it's very hard to compete against someone that specializes in PFPs. So if all they have to do is keep redoing their art to keep people excited, then yeah, that buys them like a year or two, right? Because it's like people are going to be excited by, oh my god, the art's so good. And even DGods, right? There's DGods 1, DGods 2, and then now they're doing DGods 3, so they're doing the art for the third time. Seems like a strategy that works, making sure something's always going on. And I'm not saying it in a negative way, it's just like what you need to do to build the attention and hype and keep people interested. You know, as long as people expect something is coming, then people will believe. But yeah, so it's interesting for me just to observe from afar, but I just want to share with you and share my thoughts. So with that said, that's everything we got to cover for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm gonna see you in the next one.